There's an open seam right here. I'm going to use this webbing tape on this too. Just center it on there. You can kind of hold it with your hand as you go. Now extend it up a little bit, not too far. Hold this on here. I'm using a 4-inch blade. You could use a 3-inch, but I'm using a 4. Hold it up there and then rip at an angle. Push that down. I'm going to put a second layer on it and kind of overlap the edges just a little bit, just to give it a little bit extra strength in this one area. Hold that up there, rip it off. Make sure you rip at an angle and it'll pull right out. Okay. Then push this down into the little grooves. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now we're ready to put quickset over that. It's a lot easier to do that, cleaner than to put the, you can put mud on there first and then put a piece of paper tape on there, cut it and then rip it off and then put that in there, wipe it off. But for little patches like this, I find this is nice and clean and easy to do. Another good thing about using webbing tape instead of going over this with paper tape is this is a joint here, and if the building were to settle anymore, you might have a tendency of the paper breaking and ripping more easily than you would this webbing tape, because you have to actually tear this. So this actually gives you more strength in troublesome areas. So try it out. I'm using that quickset I mixed up, 90-minute quickset for this. I'm just going to put it right over that tape. The quickset pushes into the tape webbing and actually gets all the way down there, and then it bonds to the wall. So this tape really works out good. It's nice for patches. I don't think I'd do an entire project like this if you're doing an entire house or something like that. You're going to want to use the paper tape, you know. But for little patches, this is the stuff. I like to use this stuff. Okay. You're going to go beyond the webbing just a little on the outside. So the patch is actually going to be bigger than just the webbing. But there's only so much I can work with this on the first coat. I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll get back to it, lightly brush it, and put a second coat over this in a minute. Okay, there's your first coat. Okay, I'm going to lightly scrape this for any little high spots I see on the quickset from that first little coat. Just lightly scrape it. Okay, that's all you got to do. You don't want to do it too much. I can see the little webbing. Here, I'm using a 6-inch blade this time, and I'm going to put some more quickset on there. I'm going to put more in the middle, and I'm going to bridge out to the outsides. So, wiping off my edges as I go, I'm going to end up making this patch a little bit bigger now, because I want to taper it over, so I'm actually going to have it twice as big as what the tape was. Wipe your angles off as you're putting it on. Okay. Now I'm going to extend it up a little bit too, because I want to taper this back into the wall. Okay, it's a little bit thicker here, and then on the outside. On the outside edge, I'm going to put my finger here and kind of put more pressure against the outside. So I'm wiping it tight, and I'm going to let the inside here to the left float a little bit on top of the mud that I just put on. See? Now in the middle, I'm just going to go nice and flat. And over here, I'm going to put a little more on there. I'm going to put my finger over on the left-hand side I'm going to put more pressure on the left hand edge, wiping it tight and letting the right side float. See? Now I got it. The patch is a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to let that dry. And then we're going to lightly sand that. And then that's ready for our regular sheetrock mud.